Floor to the distinguished representative of Sri Lanka.
Mr. President, there is no doubt, as observed by Director General Grossi, that as we marked the 70th anniversary of the US President Dwight Eisenhower's famous Atoms for Peace speech last year, that the International Atomic Energy Agency remained as relevant as ever through its indispensable work in safety, security and safeguards, and in expanding access to the life-saving and life-affirming users of nuclear science and technology across the globe. Mr. President, as reflected in the 133-page comprehensive annual report, we note with appreciation the significant adaptations in the agency's methods of work to ensure the uninterrupted delivery of its mandate in peaceful uses of nuclear technology, enhancing nuclear safety and security, as well as nuclear verification and safeguards. The technical cooperation activities of the agency are more than ever vital for a developing country such as Sri Lanka. The Director General and his team must be congratulated for facilitating the peaceful application of nuclear technology in various sectors, including healthcare, agriculture and energy production. We also note that through its technical cooperation programs, the agency has assisted developing countries in harnessing nuclear technology for socio-economic development, improving healthcare services, enhancing agricultural productivity, and giving greater access to clean and sustainable energy sources. It must be noted that the IAEA has played a critical role in fortifying the emergency preparedness and responses capabilities of member states. Mr. President, you will, however, appreciate that we always have areas where improvements can be suggested for enhanced supervision. At the risk of repeating myself an year later, we believe that to minimize the risk of proliferation, the IAEA requires to continue its rigorous inspection, improve technology, and maintain transparency. Secondly, the IAEA can continue stepping up on its coordination efforts with member states, providing timely and accurate information and facilitating international cooperation in the case of accidents or incidents. Thirdly, we ask that the IAEA will continue to widen scope in its technical cooperation programs to assist member states, particularly developing countries, in building their nuclear infrastructure and capabilities by providing more opportunities for training and expertise and the resources to enhance safety, security, and the peaceful applications of nuclear technology. We would hasten to offer greater encouragement to continue to promote and encourage universal adherence to international treaties as agreements connected with nuclear energy and the non-proliferation, which could involve diplomatic efforts, advocacy, and dialogue with member states. We also believe that it might be useful to enhance the IAEA's mechanisms for information sharing amongst member states. My delegation also believes that the IAEA could, in collaboration with member states, develop and further strengthen legal frameworks relevant to nuclear energy and security that could contribute in promoting the adoption of international conventions, protocols, and guidelines that will provide a clear legal basis for the work of the agency. Mr. President, the observation by the DG in his statement, which we have had the benefit of reading this morning, that the IAEA's nuclear harmonization and standardization initiative brings together all stakeholders in an effort to facilitate the timeline and deployment of advanced nuclear reactors, including SMRs, is of particular interest in the context of the high-case scenario that nuclear electrical generating capacity in 2052 would be 2.5 times bigger, and SMRs would make up a quarter of that increase. We believe that this vision spells out a trajectory worthy of being pursued. Moreover, as has been observed, that regardless of the energy mix best serves a national individually, all nations benefit when investments in nuclear energy are made because they mitigate climate change and air pollution, global ills, and do not respect sovereignty or national boundaries. Mr. Chairman, we also hope that the fusion energy program, considered a promising candidate, will be pursued as one of priority, as it will meet future global energy demands due to its potential for abundant, clean, and safe energy, though significant technological and financial challenges still remain. We are appreciative of the reality that it may take decades before fusion can contribute to the global energy mix in a meaningful way. Mr. President, respecting the right of all states to peaceful use of nuclear energy, we believe is very much in keeping with the letter and spirit of realizing the Sustainable Development Goals. In conclusion, Sri Lanka reiterates its commitment to providing increased support to the IAEA and would reinforce its critical role in nuclear supervision, non-proliferation, safety and security, and would contribute to a strengthening of our global efforts to ensure the safe and peaceful uses of nuclear energy, and wish the IAEA, in line with its Atom for Peace and Development mandate, every success in supporting countries in reaching the Sustainable Development Goals, which engages with the use of nuclear science and technology. May I conclude by reading out the quote by President Eisenhower, who said that the more important responsibility of the Atomic Energy Agency would be to devise methods whereby this fissionable material would be allocated to serve the peaceful pursuits of mankind. Experts would be mobilized, he said, to apply atomic energy to the needs of agriculture, medicine, and other peaceful activities. A special purpose would be to provide abundant electrical energy in the power-starved areas of the world. Thus, the contributing powers would be dedicating some of their strengths to serve the needs rather than the fears of mankind. I thank you, Mr. President.
I thank the distinguished representative of Sri Lanka.